So, it's Bianca.
And it's Ariana. And we are Younger Lovers.
Alright, so today we're going to talk to you guys about a show that I love, and I think I introduced to the family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this show a lot. So it's about these older people that are, their names are Grace and Frankie, and not to spoil anything, but it's in the first episode, so I kind of have to tell you so I can tell you about what goes on throughout the seasons. But they end up living together, divorced from their husbands, and they're polar opposites, so it's really funny to watch the progression of their relationship and how they become,
How they grow.
yeah, they become like best friends. Like when I grow old, I want my best friend and I to be like that, like that funny and that mean, you know, because mean is the new nice, apparently. So yeah, but yeah, I love Grace and Frankie, and I think that it's a pretty well done show, and it's a Netflix original too, so you already know it's gonna be good. And yeah, so what do you think about it, Ariana?
I love the show personally, and I'm glad that I even saw it in the first place, because it's like okay, so my top 3 things that I love about this show is that there's a bunch of comedy, and that's like my favorite genre of all time, comedy and horror, and this has a bunch of comedy. So I'm not gonna say almost, because every single character that there is funny in their own way. Even if they're not funny all the time, there's everyone has their moments and stuff.
Yeah, you're not funny all the time. You just have your moments.
My second thing is that the show does have different generations, and people in their 30s, and it does show kids very, very, very few times. And then, but the two main characters, Grace and Frankie, they're in their early 70s, and even though they're older, I guess you would say, they can still do things and solve problems, and it's just incredible to see how they overcome their problems. And there's one specific episode, I'm not gonna say anything, but it was awesome how they just it was awesome how, remember that one episode?
They're badasses.
Yeah.
They're savages. I was like, dang. Our whole family were because we're about time. It was about time. Yeah.
And then my other favorite thing is that Frankie, she's very expressive of herself, and she's an artist, and she's very expressive, which people don't really show, I guess. Not many people are like that. She's a hippie and stuff, and she doesn't let anyone get in her way of who she is, and yeah. That's my top 30 things that I love about that show. So what are you?
So basically, I think it's very funny. It's very comedic, and it can reach its to all generations, because it's there in every single episode there are several laughable moments, not just one ha 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 kind of thing. It's there are several where you laugh out loud, because it's so outrageous to what they do, all the adventures and all this stuff that they do. But it does have its serious moments, because of the the realness it's trying to show. There you go.
Because it's life.
Yeah, it's trying to show that these ladies, even though they're old, they're still people. They're not fragile little old ladies who have never heard a bad word in their life, and would never dare do such a thing, would never dare be that vulgar or expressive, they're pretty capable women, and they're funny too, because obviously they have their moments of there's one episode so funny, but I can't really tell you guys, so I can't spoil it, but you have to watch it. where they do have their limitations, as people with like who, you know, the older you get, the more physical limitations there are. But still, they are independent, and they're like, no, we don't need your help. Like, I got this. I can do this. And yeah, there are topics within the show that are kind of taboo. But yeah, there are topics that are the show that they are still people, you know. Just because they're a few years older, it doesn't mean that they're not like funny, or they can't be like expressive or vulgar or have like a life, you know. Like, they still want to live life, and they show time and time again that they're not gonna let their age define who they are. And yeah, that's one of the things that I really appreciate about the show. That's in the end of itself, that's several things I appreciate. I really appreciate how you see two completely different ladies come together. Because usually when you're older, you're more set in your ways, but these ladies show that, like, even though it's hard for them to become the dynamic duo that they are, it still is like, it shows that it can still happen no matter what your age is. Like, you can become best friends and you can meet your soulmate no matter what your age is. So don't let anything like tell you different. Like, oh, I'm in my like 30s and like I haven't met my person yet.
Yeah, like I'm too old. I just will forget about it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna find it. No, it's like it'll come. Like, life has a way of doing things, you know. So yeah, so basically Grace, which is played by the iconic Jane Fonda, she plays obviously a very classy, formal, elegant woman, and then Lily Tomlin, who plays Frankie, is very outgoing, very unique in everything that she does.
Back.
Very well. She gets stressed out very easily too.
Yeah,
It's like weird, but she's very hippie and very colorful and they're both very strong people that come together, and like they're the epitome of opposites attract, you know. Like, they're very polar opposites but very strong. Like, nobody's like more passive. Like, I guess maybe Frankie might be more passive, but they're still very like strong, dominant personalities. And yeah, I feel like this show it's captivating for all generations. Because me, I'm 17, and I love watching that show. And it's about two old ladies in their 70s. They're like 60 years older than me. So I was, 60 years old, whatever, like around there. You know what I mean. So yeah, I found that captivating. My sister,
I was almost 13 when we started watching it.
Yeah, like I was younger than what I am today, but like still, like it's very captivating. And then for my parents, that's another generation, is very captivating. And I'm pretty sure my grandparents would laugh really hard at that show. It's funny through all generations of people and all generations of women and even men. There are a lot of things in there about men that are really funny. And it incorporates a lot of things too. It talks about like coming out as gay as an older man, and as you know, all these things. It's not just about the women, even though they are the main characters. Obviously, it's going to be more about them, but there's more to it than that. So yeah, I think it's a really great show.
You know how some shows have like 2 stories in one episode? It's kind of like that. Like, it'd be like another set of characters that have their own problems, and then Crazy Frankie will be having one problem, and like those problems kind of like come together.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, like any whole show, but yeah, it's pretty good, and I totally recommend for you guys to watch it. Like, genuinely, like, that show is really funny. Like, it's really good. I think you guys should watch it. Yeah. What do you rate it?
4.9999999 out of 5.
I'd give it a 5 out of 5 because all the reasons I told you. Why don't you say because? Because like all the things I said earlier. Yeah, it's a pretty good show.
Definitely. So I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah. So make sure to like,
subscribe, and leave a comment down below.
Bye.